Hello, and welcome to Anastasia Tarot and Vedic Astrology. I'm Anastasia. Up today, a deck review and flip through of the Urban Crow Oracle. This deck was first published in 2020, so it's not a new deck by any means now that we're in 2025, but I randomly saw it on sale and felt attracted to the crows. In Vedic astrology, crows are sacred to Shani, the planet Saturn. Saturn is my atmakaraka, or soul planet, so I felt a real connection with this oracle. In Vedic iconography, you'll often see pictures of Shani, or Saturn, either riding a crow or riding across the heavens in a chariot pulled by a crow. To do remedies for Sadhesate and other types of Saturn transits, feeding crows is one of the remedies for Saturn. So let's get into the review and flip through. The Urban Crow Oracle deck is by MJ Cullinane, and it's published by Hay House. And right off the bat, you can see the deck comes in a really nice, it's a nice sturdy box. And it comes with a guidebook. This is a 54 card deck. And here's the guidebook. The guidebook begins with an author's note, which says, "The Urban Crow Oracle is an illustrated love letter to my neighborhood corvids who provide daily creative inspiration and, not to mention, offer quite a bit of entertainment with their antics. They are just as beautiful as they are intelligent. Living in the city, crows create a bridge between humans and nature. We interact with each other. We observe them, they observe us. We learn from them, they learn from us. From continent to continent, we share stories about crows and ravens, similar experiences that transcend language. It is through crows that we are all connected." So let's get into the flip through and review. So this first card, Abundance, Anomaly with a white crow. One thing that I noticed right off the bat in going through this deck is that the illustrations and the keywords are very accessible. You wouldn't necessarily need to rely on the guidebook. And for me, that's a huge plus with oracles because I like to read oracles intuitively, and I don't really like to have to depend on the guidebook. And sometimes I find the guidebooks aren't even very well written at all. So this is quite nice if you like to read oracles intuitively as I do. There's plenty here just from the image and the keyword that you can really get a feel for what the card means and what the card means for you. So we're going to do this flip through and then we'll pick an oracle for the day. I love this card. It's so clever. This crow is distracting the dog and this crow is eating his food. Very clever. I like a deck that has a bit of a sense of humor. And fear, we have a scarecrow. Little bit of a pun there. So far, I'm really liking that this deck feels balanced. It has a real mix of positive and neutral, and even some negative cards, which I like. There are times when, of course, I want a deck that's all positive, but I do prefer a balanced deck that kind of runs the gamut of experiences. Mischief, and they've got a cat in this one. That seems very apropos. And there it is, the last card, number 54. As you can see, it is a 54-card deck. Up next, let's pull a card and see what we get. So the card we pulled is Mischief. And that's funny to me because I was especially attracted to this card because it has a cat in it, and I have 2 cats. The guidebook says, crows have a penchant for pulling tails, dog tails, cat tails, cow tails, and even other birds' tails. If it has a tail, a crow will feel compelled to pull it. It appears that some may be doing this to distract the animal, but other times it's purely to get a rise out of the other creature. Mischief indicates an annoyance, nothing detrimental, just a situation that causes a bit of short-lived grief. You may be the target of someone else's delinquency or bad behavior. This card may also indicate that you need to add some innocent mischief or passion in your life. So, I don't know if the guidebook resonates for me so much, but the image and the card itself definitely resonate for me because whenever I'm setting up to do a video, the cats want to come in and check out what I'm doing and generally cause a little bit of mischief. So I took this card before I read the guidebook. I took this card in a very lighthearted way. As much as my cats cause mischief, I really love them, and they add a lot to my life. On a deeper level, this card evokes for me this feeling of how serious the world has become. I think I grew up in one of the last generation of free-range kids. Our parents would literally lock us outside and tell us to go out and play, and we couldn't come home until dinner time. And we, of course, got up to all sorts of mischief, but it was really fun. And today, the world seems very serious. Everything is surveilled and recorded, and everything feels very regimented at times. And often I feel a deep soul yearning to return to that kind of childhood sense of play and mischief, where lighthearted antics, you're free. It gives a feeling of freedom. So on a deeper level, to me, this card really evoked that feeling of having some freedom and grace in your life to enjoy a little mischief. And that was the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Cullinane and published by Hay House. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.